All right, so you and I have spoken before about the transition with Kellen and coming here from Philadelphia, TJ as well. So what's it been like actually getting to execute some part of it, install some of it out on the field?
It's been awesome. You can see Kellen go out there and make this offense his own. And, like I said, it's been proven on tape that his offense, is a phenomenal offense when executed correctly. So, right now we're really just taking the time to, figure out how to run the offense correctly, get all those minor details figured out. And like I said, it's been cool every day seeing us take a couple steps where, day one, we're a little sloppy here and there. And then, by now it's like, oh, we got this tightened up, we got that tightened up. So it's been awesome seeing the growth of what we can do with this offense. And I think right now we're just on a trajectory up, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we can get to.
Some of the offensive linemen talked about how they'll go into the film room, see a little bit of the run game in particular, and feel really excited about running it the next day. What are some of the things that are exciting about this run scheme and the way that y'all plan to deploy it?
I think it's just the style of play. You can go out there and just put hat on a hat and just play good old physical football. And that's one of the best things about this offense is it lets you be one-on-one, go out there, and, as long as you take care of your guy, the play's going to hit. So, it's, as you can tell from the tape, it's hard-nosed football, and, that's what we love, and it's a great way to set the tone on offense.
I know you weren't here last year, but a lot of guys have remarked about the vibe being different and exciting. What role do you think the coaching staff plays in that and helping the vibes be good?
Oh, it's huge. I think the coaches can facilitate good energy in the locker room, in numerous ways. And, I think Kellen, being at a bunch of different great organizations, has taken good things from each one and implemented it here. And, it's been awesome to see. And, it trickles down all the way to, even the equipment guys are awesome. Bum's over there, 3D printing stuff. He's awesome. He's the man. And so it's like everyone in the organization is phenomenal. They've been unbelievable from, top to bottom of the organization. And so it's really awesome to see.
Is there stuff that feels like Philly, even besides the offense itself, obviously stuff that Kellen has brought?
To an extent, but I think Kellen's doing a phenomenal job of making it his own. I can see hints of what happened in Philadelphia, but then I think Kellen's very cognizant of realizing, he's got to put his own twist on something. You can't just copy it and bring it here. So, I think he's done that, saw the improvements. Even in Philly, there's stuff you can improve on, and I think he's doing that every single day and, making tweaks here and there. So it's been awesome to see. And, even, like Coach Hazlitt over there with him in Dallas, you could see stuff that Chase has seen with him there. So, I think he's done a great job of learning and, taking everything he's learned from a bunch of these organizations.
Here's an example of kind of how that individuality feels different here with Kellen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just the way he runs his team meetings, he goes in there. He's always going to try to crack a joke or two. Him and Mike Martinez, they're always going to find a way to crack a joke, start it off. They'll keep it light. But, the one thing I do love that they took from Philly is holding everyone accountable. It doesn't matter if you're player 1 on the roster or player 90. If they see something on tape, they will call it out in a team meeting, and that's something that doesn't happen every organization. So that's one thing I love personally is everyone being held accountable, because I think that's what creates phenomenal teams. And I've seen that everywhere I've been, and teams are successful that way.
Jack, you were there when Mekhi Becton made that shift inside to guard. How much of that do you think is parallel to Trevor Pittman so far?
I think it is very similar. I think he's got a lot of talent, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do. And we've had 2 days of pads, and I'll tell you this: I've seen him drive someone 50 yards already and pile drive them into the ground. So listen, he's got that thing that a lot of people look for. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, because he's got a lot of talent in there, and I'm stoked to see him go out there and show it on tape.
How'd you feel about your workload today? You look busy.
Yeah, it got you busy, but that's the listen. I was lucky enough to be busy, so like I said, as many reps as I can get, I'll take them, and gladly. So, listen, I might be out there dying, but hey, I'll take every rep I can get. There's no doubt.
Any thoughts on the temperature so far?
A little different than what I'm used to. Yeah, there's no doubt. Coming from Colorado, I thought I knew what humidity was when I went to Nebraska. This is a little different. I'll tell you that right now. But I've been loving New Orleans right now. First of all, it's the best food in the country, I swear. And my wife wants us to always go to Drago's and get those char-grilled oysters all the time. And it's been awesome, though.
Are you getting more work than you expected? When you signed here originally, is this the amount of reps you thought, or is it surpassed your expectations? How's it gone relative to?
That's something you never know as soon as you sign. anywhere you go in camp, and especially, with, competent coaches, they're going to make sure everyone gets a lot of reps, and they've done a phenomenal job of doing that and making sure every single one of the tight end room, specifically looking at our room, has gotten a decent amount of reps. So I think everyone's workload has been up there, and that's what you want. You want to be able to put what you can on tape, and that's phenomenal, and I think they're doing a great job of that.
What have you thought about the quarterback competition?
I think all three of those guys are doing great competing. And, every single day you see someone go out there and make phenomenal plays. And, listen, it's not going to be up to me at the end of the day. But, listen, whoever we ride with, I trust it because I've seen all three of those guys go make some phenomenal plays. I've seen Hayner have great days. I've seen Tyler have phenomenal days. I've seen Spence have phenomenal days. And so, like I said, I think the competition is just fun to see. I've never been in a organization where there is a quarterback competition like this, and it's awesome to see those guys drive off each other, and it really brings the best out of everyone there.
How has it been with like the team managing their reps? Like some days you're gonna be working with somebody else more, and not necessarily getting the continuity, but does that matter at this stage? You just kind of.
I think right now it's just going out there and getting reps.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's out there. All that matters is doing your job to the best of your ability. It shouldn't matter who's out there. It shouldn't matter what quarterback, what tackle, what guard, what wide receiver. It's just going out there and getting the reps at this point and honing in on your job, because at the end of the day, if you take care of what you got to do, you're doing your job and helping the team out. So I don't think that matters too much right now.
I don't know if it's the kind of thing you can really process while you're playing, but what do you think Danny Stutzman's closing speed? Do you feel like he's a guy who gets on you quick?
I'll say this: Stutz has shown some stuff pretty early on. I think a lot of people have taken notice. He's been one of those guys who has shown a lot of promise, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. And I think he'll be a very good player here in the future, and I can't wait to see everything he can do. I mean, and like you said, the closing speed's just one. He plays with physicality that you can't teach, and he's got everything you want to be a linebacker. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing him put that on tape.
How open are you to, this is a franchise that for a long time has really loved the fullback position.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not super prevalent in Kellen's offense and things like that, but how open are you to taking snaps out of the backfield and kind of helping out in the other?
Listen, if they want me on the field, I'll do whatever they tell me to do. But, I think specifically Kellen's offense and TJ Pagnetti, I think they do a phenomenal job of, doing what a fullback would do out of 12 personnel. And so I think that they've kind of been able to morph the offense into something where you can run similar plays that you would with, a traditional fullback with an F tight end. So, the F tight end, some of these plays does go out there and do the job of fullback, is leading up, doing stuff like that. So, I'm completely open to it, but I don't know if we'll do it. But if we are, hey, I'm all in for it.
So just to clarify, that when you're describing that, so just doing it with the F tight end, that doesn't necessarily mean moving you to the backfield, but still finding ways to run it from other deployments and things like that.
To an extent, yes. And it's like anything else. It's every offense has a unique spin on it, and so, like I said, I've seen versions of this offense have fullbacks. It's just not as common. But like I said, if they want to throw me back there, hey, I'll get in a 3-point stance, and we'll find a way. There's no doubt.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right, appreciate you.